At the time of death, the gross body gets separated from the subtle body. If a mother or father has anger issues, there are high chances that their child will also be born with anger. Last remains of the body is present, so the attachment remains for such places. Then it becomes difficult for the soul to leave the house. Due to this, they face problems to be born again because the emotional bond is still connected to you. Females are more vulnerable to ghost hunting because ghost wants human body and females are capable of reproducing, which is why most ghosts attack females. If a person meditates, no ghost can harm him. Hello, in this video, we will learn that on what things ghosts are attracted to and what precautions we should take to avoid them. First of all, we will learn what are ghosts. A human can be divided into three layers: a gross body, a subtle body, and a soul. In this video, we will only talk about the gross body and the subtle body. In the subtle body, we have mind, intelligence, and false ego. And the gross body is made up of five elements, which are earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Along with this, there are also five senses in the subtle body. Because of that, our gross body has five senses. It is to be noted that due to the presence of the five senses in the subtle body, we have five senses in the gross body. It is not the reverse. That means because of having a subtle body, we have the gross body, and not vice versa. That is, our clothes have hands because our body has hands, and not vice versa. Now, at the time of death, the gross body gets separated from the subtle body. If we simplify it, then a living human is the gross body and its shadow can be looked as his subtle body. That is, the subtle body, which has been separated from the gross body, is now called ghost. That means ghost has mind, intelligence, false ego, and five senses. Till 13 days after death, subtle body do not able to believe that he had died. Seeing his body burning, he felt a little idea of death. In subtle body and ghost body only, he tries to talk to his family members, but no one listens to him. Due to this reason, he becomes sad and after 13 days, he leaves the house. The ritual of burning the body is much more favorable to the subtle body because it gives a lot of realization to the subtle body that it has died and it has to go from here. One more thing, there is no religion of human being before death and after death. All religions are created by humans. The next birth is determined according to the consciousness one has and the action one performs. Man himself is responsible for his actions, no matter which religion he belongs to. You must have heard a saying that one comes alone and goes alone. No matter which religion or community or group you belong to, you are responsible for your own actions. Whatever you think and act, according to that only, you will vibrate with that consciousness and you will attract the same kind of people or ghost around you. For example, if a mother or father has anger issues, there are high chances that their child will also be born with anger because the consciousness of the parents will be like that and they will attract same type of soul. And one more thing, gender can also change in the next birth. That is, if someone was a boy in the previous birth, he can also become a girl in the next birth. This has also been seen in many cases. That means gender is also not fixed. Now, the subtle body feels hunger, thirst, and attraction due to mind, intelligence, ego, and five senses. But due to having no gross body, it cannot hold anything. So, their priority is either they get new birth or they get liberation. So, ghosts mostly attack pregnant women, newly married women, and those who indulge in a very sexually active life because being near to them can give them a new body or birth. But mainly it is also dependent on the will of God and also on the soul's karma and the karma of living person. If you are suffering from ghost attack, then you should try to follow celibacy until your problem is resolved. That will help you. Next thing which attracts ghost is the graveyard. Any place where the dead body is buried or cremated. In such a place, last remains of the body is present, so the attachment remains for such places. Hence, the subtle body resides in such places. Next is empty places. Any old place which has not been used much and there is no sunlight and air in that place, such places are mostly affected by negative entities. Because the way you like to live in peace, they also want to live in the same way so that no one can disturb them. That's why ghosts exist in such places, so you should avoid such places. Next is if you are missing someone a lot after their death and you have kept their pictures and photos too, then it becomes difficult for the soul to leave the house. Due to this, they face problems to be born again because the emotional bond is still connected to you. Therefore, you should try to forget them gradually and also remove the things attached to them. If you do not do so, then the soul or the ghost becomes very sad, and after some time they will start troubling you. Next attraction of ghost is dirty places, washrooms, perfumes. Due to the presence of senses in the body, the ghost is able to smell. Hence, you should keep your places clean and you should not use very strong perfumes. Next attraction is sweets. Just as humans like sweets, similarly, ghosts are attracted towards sweets. This also happens due to the senses. That's why every time you bring sweets from outside, you put a small part of it outside your house or feed it to some animal. Next attraction is long hairs, beautiful women or men. As you have learned that subtle body or ghost body has five senses, and just as humans get attracted towards the opposite sex, similarly, ghost also gets attracted towards the opposite sex. That is, the male ghost can get attracted towards living females. Females are more vulnerable to ghost hunting because ghost wants human body and females are capable of reproducing, which is why most ghosts attack females. Next attraction is non-veg food and drinks. Like it was told in the previous video that non-veg food gets rot very quickly and the alcohol, which is also made of rotten fruits, which attracts ghosts. The main reason for this is that non-veg food vibrates in low vibrations because when animals are killed, they feel a lot of grief and fear. And you saw in the graph that grief and fear has the low vibration. So whoever eat non-veg will vibrate in lower vibrations. And in the previous video, it was told that the ghost vibrates in the lower vibrations. So that's why they can attack easily. Next attraction is the person who is in the lower vibrations. That is, if a person is fearful or has grief or is in the apathy or is in some guilt or shame, then such a person can easily be attacked by ghost because ghost is also in the lower vibrations. The best way to avoid ghost is to raise your vibrations through meditation and do good deeds so that you always remain in the higher vibrations. With the power of meditation only, the saints wander alone in forests because they always live in the higher vibrations through meditation. That is why meditation is supreme. If a person meditates, no ghost can harm him. All these laws are for people of all religions. To get such important information, you can like, share, and subscribe our channel. Thank you.